Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Should I Craft It? This is the show where we aim to answer one simple question, and that's, should I craft this deck? Today we're going to be taking a look at MarkMcKz's, OTK, kind of charge, Darkest Hour combo deck. Which is really cool. I think that combo decks like this are a perfect subject for Should I Craft It. A lot of them are, let's be real, a little bit janky. I know when a lot of people look at Darkest Hour, that's probably the first thing that they think, jank. But I think it's really cool, and it's always fun to play these kind of off-the-wall combo decks, because you can play 10 games, and as long as you go off once, you can feel good about it. At least I feel good about it. For those of you who maybe haven't seen or thought about this kind of deck before, MarkMcKz's has got something pretty interesting going on here. Obviously, one of the key ways to take advantage of Darkest Hour is to use token effects. So we've got Fiendish Circle and Reform Scheme in here. These are spells that produce minions. So we're going to use these spells to produce minions, and we're going to make a bunch of them. We're going to sacrifice them all to Darkest Hour, and then all the rest of the creatures in the deck, barring the Augmented Elec and the Blood Troll Sappers, they all have charge, and we've got Bluegill Warriors, we've got Wolf Riders, we've got Leroy, we've got Reckless Rocketeers. So we're going to try and build a little bit of a board, Darkest Hour, put a bunch of charges into play, smash our opponent's face in with a bunch of charge damage. But we also have a little bit of an extra, maybe that last little bit of damage that we need in the Blood Troll Sappers and Shriek. You'll notice that all of the charge minions in this deck do have 1 or 2 toughness. So we can Shriek, kill all of our own charge minions, and if we kill 4 or 5 of them, we're going to be dealing 8, 10 damage, and hopefully that's enough to kill our opponent. Other than that, they've got a couple of other curious choices in here, and I guess you do have to make a lot of curious choices when we're playing this type of deck, because any minion that we include in the deck is going to change what comes out off of Darkest Hour. So it seems like MarkMcKz's has gone for a really kind of consistent selection of creatures, lots and lots of charges. Like I said, only the Augmented Elec as the kind of whiff off of the Darkest Hour. But any creature you choose, it has to be in there for a reason. We've also got Plot Twist in here. They mentioned that Plot Twist combined with Augmented Elec can kind of give you a lot more cards in the deck, can maybe reset your combo so that you can go for another Darkest Hour, could put some more token makers back in the deck. A very interesting one. Plot Twist also allows us to potentially kind of dig for a lot of the key combo cards, dig for the Darkest Hour and things like that. So I think that's a really important card that we should pay a lot of attention to, because I can totally see a deck maybe wanting to play less Plot Twists, maybe cut out the Augmented Elec altogether, just to give a bit more consistency, A, to the combo, and B, to our draws. We've also got another couple of interesting choices in terms of spells. We've got a lot of we've got some AoE in Hellfire and Twisting Nether, some single targeted removal in Siphon Soul, Shadow Bolt, and Mortal Coil. Mortal Coil in particular is quite important, as it allows us to cycle through our deck a bit more. And that's kind of the overall feel that I have for the deck, is that we might need something to cycle through our deck, and even if it does ruin our Darkest Hour, we might want to play cards like a Loot Hoarder or something like that as a minion that we can play early on, cycle it through. If we sacrifice it to Darkest Hour or trade it off, we're going to get some more cards in our hand, go cycle through our deck. If it flops off of our Darkest Hour, it's not great, but maybe the extra draw or something like that could help us find that extra charger that we need to kill our opponent, or find that extra combo piece or something like that. So there's a lot going on here. Like I said, this is a should I craft it episode. So I think a lot of the things that we're going to be paying attention to are, does this deck work without Leroy? Pretty simple. This is the only legendary in the deck. But the other aspect of, do we need this Augmented Elec? Do we need this Plot Twist? There's some rares and some epics there. Can we get away with, not running the Darkest Hour? Probably not, but maybe we can make a deck that's just got the Darkest Hours and a bunch of commons and rares in it. So regardless, we're going to play a bunch of games. We're going to see how we go. Hopefully, we go off at least once. But yeah, let's get it.
You asked for it.
Your soul
shall
be mine.
Up against a mage. Might keep a Mortal Coil. Just see what's up. Good draw. Yeah, one card that could be interesting in here, just as a bit more of a payoff card, is the Fell Lord Betrug. I mean, if we commit ourselves to playing the plot twists, perhaps the Betrug can be a thing where we flip it into play if it doesn't die, or you can kind of go for that turn 10 Betrug plot twist. Hopefully, put a bunch of charges into play. Ho-hum. At the very least, we've got a Siphon Soul for potential Mountain Giant, but it's not going to come out quickly. Yeah, they're just a turn ahead. Like, the Mountain Giant comes down now, then we refarm scheme, and then they have the board to do whatever.
Someday I'll be just like you.
Bananas. Never mind, maybe we get a turn. Especially because... See if they have the elemental as well. Yep. I guess we want to Shriek this time. We want to Shriek Refarm Scheme. It's just so unlikely that our opponent didn't get like a random Cone of Cold or Arcane Explosion or something like that. Shooting Star even, yeah. Oof, putting us in our place. Definitely going to Siphon Soul that. Hopefully charge up this farm scheme so that we can play it with the Darkest Hour. Not that we have too many... Okay. Business just picked up. Not that we have too many big charges left, so we might try and get the... Yeah, we might go Rocketeer, Bluegill Warrior this turn. So we need to flip 16 damage, which is... We have 2 Wolf Riders and a Leroy, and 2 Sappers. Oh. There's the plot twist for our no minions. There he is. So the minions left in the deck are 1 Elec, 2 Wolf Rider, a Leroy, and 2 Sappers. I think we want to get one more minion, right? Because we can't get lethal. Unless we get exactly both Wolf Riders, Leroy, and the Blood Troll Sapper.
So many possibilities.
Roll the dice.
I'm almost out of time.
Alright, with 5 I think we can get it. I don't think we have a risk of dying this turn. And if they've got like Conjurer's Calling, they've got to get a pretty good rip. Don't we win next turn then with the Hellfire? Well, we might not get that lucky, right? Like we could rip like an Elec, 2 Sappers, and a Wolf Rider or something. Then our opponent can do whatever. Okay. Let's see what happens. Now we go. Yeah. So I think last turn was pretty risky. I'm sure you could actually do the math and figure out exactly how likely we were to be able to do that thing with the 4 minions. But I think the only combination that has us win is exactly 2 Wolf Rider, 1 Leroy, 1 Sapper. Maybe Leroy, Wolf Rider, 2 Sappers, because then we hit them for 9, and then when we Shriek, it hits them for 8. And they're on 16, right? Yeah, let me know in the comments if you would have gone for it. If anyone wants to do the math and figure out exactly what the chances are, let me know that too. GG's. We couldn't have Shrieked either? No, we did have 10. Last turn, I'm pretty sure. GG's. Wow. What a great win or loss that was. Hi, Tommy Wave here, just letting you know quickly about a way that you can support the channel at no cost to yourself, and that's by using my Blizzard affiliate link, which you can find buried in the description. If you go there, you can shop for all packs, solo content, pretty much everything that you can buy on the Hearthstone shop, and if you buy it using that affiliate link, I get a kickback. It's at no additional cost to you, but it does help support the channel. It means that I can keep making content, it means I can keep streaming, and like I said, it's nice, quick, and easy. Just follow the link in the description. And now, back to the game.
Asked for it.
Your soul shall be mine.
Okay. Against a mage here. Send everything back except the refarm scheme. One thing that I will say it's surprising about this deck is I'm very surprised at kind of the ability to kind of go off in one turn. I guess it was called an OTK deck, not necessarily a combo deck, and that's a pretty definable difference. But yeah, I was surprised at how that we can still do stuff at 9 or 10 mana. It's quite impactful. Would love a Mortal Coil right here, right now. We've got our Darkest Hour, so we probably want to keep this coin to try and do something here. So we're just trying to be as safe as possible to get to turn 9. Well, maybe we got to Siphon Soul that. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Can't really leave that in play. The plot twist is so awkward when it's bad. Big agree. I think plot twist is always a bit of a very riskable, horrible card. Oh, come on. Give me that other Siphon Soul right off the top. No. Betrayal. Well, if our opponent's going to try and go for some Conjurer's Calling next turn, maybe we should just go for our Refarm scheme. Because we're not going to get a chance to Twisting Nether before we die. So do we drop the scheme or do we drop the Fiendish Circle? Guess we just go for the scheme.
I wonder.
Yeah, I'll go for the scheme. Not feeling good about this, because our opponent can just, you know, kill 2 of these, maybe even a 3rd, and then Conjurer's Calling. No? They're just going to go for it. Okay. I probably needed you. Okie dokie.
Taste my steel! Taste my steel!
Alright, see what happens. I'm gonna freeze both the sappers. So we kill them with the Fiendish Circle Hellfire, right? Ooh. That feels good. That feels good. Our opponent playing that many Conjurer's Callings and us still winning is very good. But that being said, you know, we did go for the risky play and our opponent didn't pick it. Maybe they haven't seen the deck, maybe they haven't seen the combo, but they allowed us to get that Darkest Hour off, and it truly was the Darkest Hour for our opponent. GG's, well played. Okay, we're against Paladin. Not really sure what Paladin is trying to do at the moment. Last time we were playing a bunch, seemed like there was a fair bit of OTK Paladin around. Lots of Holy Wraths and Chevaliers. So let's see what Paladin is bringing to the table these days.
This was sent in by Morgan Davey. Keep it wavy. Morgan Davey, thank you.
Tritone Japan. Thank you for the follow. Let me know what you've been up to lately. What have you been playing? Been playing some Hearthstone, something different? Maybe some TFT? Otherwise,
I know what you did.
yes, that was Griffin McElroy. Correct. From my brother and me? Yeah, from all sorts of different things. You love that podcast? Yeah, fantastic. A bunch of the people who kind of hang around the channel. A bunch of people like the McElroys.
Double time
And
double pay.
oh, please trade. Oh, yummy, yummy. Yeah, let's trigger that secret.
Job done.
No, so it's not get down. Could be auto defense matrix.
Brave heroes of Gilneas, arise!
Alright then.
My steel.
It's not looking good for our heroes right now. We don't have our darkest hour.
Precision.
Is that okay? If that was created by Prince Liam, just like rip a Ziliax off the top. Whew, would not have been impressed. That is an auto defense matrix. I'm happier with this play, so we can maybe go for the Bluga Warrior next turn or something.
Close the gates.
What? What? What secret is this? I'm so confused. It is auto defense matrix. Cool. Okay. Okay. Alright, we've got something. We got 19 health. Got it. Got a thing for the big boom booms. We got a thing for all the boom booms. Really? There's just 2 auto defense matrices
Got
in this
something
deck.
to hide?
Rock on. Keep on rocking in the free world. No.
Job's done.
Why didn't the Never Surrender come off of the other bell rings? What is happening? What is this deck?
You have no idea what I'm capable
Alright
of.
then. Nothing? We do have a Shriek left in the deck. If we can pick up that Shriek...
Put your faith in
Oh, big regrets. Our opponent must have drawn all their secrets. Yikes. Oh, if that's another auto defense matrix.
Many possibilities. So many possibilities. Almost
That was the worst case scenario. If it was Auto Defense Matrix, we couldn't have gone for the Reckless Rocketeer. Ugh. Yucky.
Reporting for duty.
Alright. Minions left in the deck. 2 Sappers, 1 Reckless Rocketeer, 1 Leroy, 1 Wolf Rider. We have 5 creatures left in the deck. So we can Refarm Scheme. We can Refarm Scheme, trade one of these boys, Darkest Hour.
My steel!
Time's up.
No Consecrate?
I see red.
Oh, come on, Auto Defense Matrix.
I see red.
No! Oh, okay. Alright, okay. That was a pretty good. That was good. Interesting deck that our opponent had. Not sure where all the secrets were. But, yeah, getting killed by an eye for an eye on that last turn where, you know, some things could have gone right for us. But, yeah, GG's. Alright, we are here with the conclusion of Should I Craft It with MarkMcKz's OTK, Darkest Hour, kind of interesting Warlock deck here. As far as the should you craft it, I guess there's 2 main parts to the deck. There's the, you know, the Leroy part, which is almost half of the total dust cost of the deck, and there's kind of the other pieces, you know, the Twisting Nethers, the actual Darkest Hours themselves, and things like that. Do I think you can play this deck without Leroy? Absolutely. I think you can play it without Leroy. I think that there's probably just enough charge minions that you could do it without Leroy. It's very good though. So I would look towards crafting a Leroy anyway. I think he's still the best craft in the game because he fits into so many decks, neutral, and he's not rotating anytime soon unless he gets moved to Hall of Fame. So as far as the rest of the deck goes, I will say that if you're the type of person who has some dust lying around and you like to play fun, enjoyable decks, something a bit off meta, I think this is the perfect deck for you. It's really enjoyable. I mean, our win rate was only about 25% over the games that we played, but I enjoyed every single one of them. At every single point, I was like, "Oh, maybe we can get them. Oh, we just need to survive a little bit longer." And it was really, really fun. If you are the type of person who is very dust light and you're looking for a deck to jump onto ladder with, to win some games, to complete some quests, I would say do not craft. Do not craft this deck. Craft the Leroy. If you've got the rest of it and you're only thinking about the Leroy, craft the Leroy and play it. But I think if you can probably spend your dust on something better, on a different class, on that type of stuff. But I do have high hopes for this deck in the future. I think that there are definitely, the deck can only get better if we see more large large charge minions. Maybe we see some fun legendaries. I mean, I was talking a bit in the intro about possibly getting, a Betrug in here with the 2 plot twists. Could be kind of fun. But I think the more big minions that come out, particularly ones that don't have battle cries, ones that just have charge or taunt or a death rattle even, I think the deck could get better. So I look forward to hopefully playing some Darkest Hours in the future. If you are watching this video on YouTube. All the links are in the description, including a link over to the Hearthstone deck article. Please jump over there, give MarkMcKz's a +1, leave a lovely thoughtful comment like I know you will, and until next time, please stay safe, stay wavy, eat the rich, and yeah, behold the darkest hour. Bye. Wow, what a great video. For more of my suspect play choices, be sure to check out one of the videos next to my head, and make sure that you subscribe to get more Hearthstone content in your subscription feed.